Yeah, it's been night tonight, and there's a bit more moisture in the air tonight. We had a bit of a rain overnight, and might be raining further. My Edward de Bono aims, goals and objectives tonight is to take this one that worked the best, out to the side again, and to basically attempt to achieve two things: testing out the macro lens on and off the camera to see whether the macro lens actually has any effect at all, whether it's totally redundant, or rather got a defective one, so it may be better not to use the close-up lens at all. I keep calling it a macro lens, but according to the box it's known as a close-up lens. So that's stage one, and the other stage is to sorry about that intrusion there. To use my two torches, like the one I showed you last night, this one that has 9 LEDs and has a sort of like a cone of light about that size, and to use my other one, which I got in my pocket, which under my beanie, because I've got a beanie tonight because it's getting quite cold here tonight, even though we're heading towards the dry, and usually the coldest nights are the first 2 weeks of August. This one here, before I blind everyone, this has two functions on it. Here's the one here. Now that has a more natural daylight one and a slightly wider cone. It's more than a cone, it's more diffuse. So if I shine that through the milk bottle, you can see the amount of glow I get off of there. So hopefully might get some better shots. And of course I'll do that with both the so-called, what I keep calling a macro lens, but it's a close-up lens. It's a thin lens. Hopefully it bought specially to try and get the tentacle heads, because back in 2008 when I did all this work for Ziggy, I couldn't get the tentacle heads in focus, and well, that's partly due to that, and also the fact that my camera's only an 8 megapixel camera, as opposed to I'm used to an f16 camera, an f16 manual camera. So, you know, whenever I go to do things, I've got to remember now, hang on, I'm not using an f16 camera, I'm only using an 8 megapixel camera, so, sorry, an f8 camera, so it just doesn't have the extra, what do you call it, level of reciprocity. Because like with magnets, you've got you got the reciprocity of magnetism, you've also got the reciprocity of light and lenses, of course. Anyway, the latest Carniflora Australis turned up today in the box, which I thought was quite good. It's dated, of course, last year, because they're catching up, so hopefully that means the 2 issues for this year will come out fairly shortly, which will be quite exciting. Give me a bit of a read, because I seem to get through them too quickly these days. I mean, I want at least 50 pages. I'm not usually a greedy person, but in respects of journals, I suppose I am in a way. I just want a decent read in the toilet, you know, that sort of thing. A smeging awesome read in the toilet, like I used to have back in WA when I used to take the first, I think it was the first 4 volumes or first 16 issues of CPN into the toilet. So yeah, but anyway, I'm walking on the road. You can do these things at between 12:30 and 1 o'clock in the morning, I suppose. Anyway, I started reading, I've only read about 2 or 3 paragraphs of the Venus flytrap article, and I quite like the way our awesome tistic Stuart McPherson has basically branched off the Venus flytrap into being the most unusual carnivorous plant in the world, in preparation, I assume, for our southern Australian sundew, NIGHTSTALKER-GLANDULIGEra, or whatever they want to change it to being the most wonderful plant on earth, assuming of course they find actual botanical nerves within the plant, it will probably become the most wonderful plant on earth. But I like the way he mentioned that the Venus flytrap can trap an insect within half a second, or within 500 milliseconds, basically, if you transfer it into today's language. Whereas our southern sundew has already been clocked at moving a 480-degree arc in at least 80 milliseconds easily. Can go faster, they just don't know why, how as yet. And that means it only has to drop another 30 milliseconds to be, 10 times faster, or a whole order of magnitude faster than the Venus flytrap. And not only that, it can do more things than the Venus flytrap. You wait till the Blu-ray comes out, hopefully sometime in autumn, sometime within the next 79 days. We've got the torch on, torch on. So, well, hopefully it comes out as the person said it was going to come out. Otherwise, I think Ziggy's going to become persona non grata international. I fancy not turning up to the EEE in the middle of the year to give a cut down. Oh, there's the megalith. To give the cut down version of a Blu-ray, I mean, Galileo had observed the moons around Jupiter, had his thesis written, printed off, published, and wending its way around Europe within 2 months. Within 2 months, and that was back in his day. We have all this computer processing power, all these lovely packages, and you can't get something out faster than 2 months? My God. I mean, you can't turn up at the batteries are dying, I think. Oh no. See, my idea is to walk over here to the wetter spot tonight and photograph the plants over here. Anyway, I think I've said enough on this subject, but I'm not too happy about it, especially that Machiavellian stunt he pulled on me at the expense of my grandfather, who made the ultimate sacrifice in World War II. Anyway, I think we'll start off here.